Hello everyone. So in today's lectures we will see the retrieval and ranking. So what is called retrieval and what is called ranking? So before moving further we will see how the retrieval and ranking is working out. So here the one statement is there: query is the starting point of any search engine. Whenever you are searching anything on any search engine, at that time it's required the query. Without query, if you find that no one result you will got on any search engine. So that's why the query is the starting point of any search engine. Whenever you are getting any information, any result, at that time you have to write the query. Without query, if you think the search engine will give you a result, then it is not possible. So search engine is also providing you a voice searching facilities. Nowadays Google is providing this type of facilities. But at that time you want to speak. So this is called the query. So without query, if you think any search engine will give you the result, then it is not possible. So as soon as search engine gets the query, it tries to get a list of pages which matches the user search query. So before moving this statement, we will think about database. Suppose if you have a one student database and you want to get the name of those students who are living in XYZ city. So at that time what you can do? Write down the queries, select star from student underscore info where city is equal XYZ, and it will give you an result all the students who are living or whose city is XYZ. So the same things is in search engine. As soon as search engine get the query, when you write the query and click on a search button, at that time when the search engine get the query, it tries to get a list of pages which match the user search query. So in this example, suppose I am giving a one example is called images of flowers. So when you write down the images of flower and click on search query button, then search engine search all the pages which are available on the web and match the keyword is called images of flower. Whenever they get the keyword, all the pages will be displayed. But this is not possible for the search engine to display all the pages, all the result. At that time, it will display only limited pages to the user. When and why and how these pages are displayed, we will see. Search engine get these pages in two parts. When search engine get the result which match the keyword images of flower, it will divide the result or page into two parts. The first one is it would try to get only those results which match the user search query. The user has typed the query is called images of flower. So at that time it will get only those results which match the user search query. No other result will be displayed. No other result will be taken by the search engine. And secondly, it would arrange the result page based on the order of their importance, and then it would be given to the user as an output. When the user click on the button and they get the result, n number of result is available, but all the pages display to the user is not possible, at that time it gives the importance of the order. In simple terminology, we can say it's as a indexing index. These are the first link, these are the second link, these are the third link. Then it would be given to the user as a output. So how this link will be given? Because n number of pages is there, and you will got the result. When you got the result, all the website owner says that my ranking is first, my ranking is first, my ranking is first, then it is not possible. So at that time, search engine will arrange the order of importance for based on their pages, website trustworthiness, content of the pages, click per the pages. So many criterias will be shown. We will see in the next lectures. The order of the page depend on trust and authority of site with the site is attached to it. When the order is depends, so how the order is arranging, then the page depends on the trust. If the page is trustworthy, the authority of the site is attached, then your order, your ranking is higher. SEO process is a combination of significance and importance. So SEO process is a combination of significance and SEO process is a combination of significance and importance. So now we will see the relevance is the process of returning document based on the searching criteria considering the user's intent. If the user's intent is clear, then the relevance of resulting document means web pages, it gives a better result. If the returning document contains a search keyword, then the significance of the page increasing. When the returning document, when you are writing down the queries, and these queries will be displayed to the user, and after that you will got the result. But the things is that when your document means web pages is connecting or capturing the keywords, then your page is increasing the ranking. Even if the link is from relevant pages or if anchor text has appropriate text, then it also its significance increase. So in every web pages or whatever web pages you have, at that time if you have specified the anchor tag, anchor text, then it will also increase the significance of your web pages. Search engine do not consider those sites which do not provide the efficient result. If your website is not in good qualities, your website is not providing the proper result, then search engine will not consider. In your website there may be some loopholes is there. You are not providing the sufficient information. So at that time, search engine do not consider those sites for providing the efficient result, and it will degrade your ranking. The importance is also a term associated with search engine which is used by the SEO process. Importance of any document is measured by citation. So what is called citation? The very well known keywords nowadays, the citation. So here the citation is a way of referencing one site's name on another site's. Suppose you are searching some things, and whenever you are searching some things, you will got another website reference. You will go to this website, you will get the result. You see this website, you have better result. So this type of things is called a citation. Here I will write down the Wikipedia. I will give an example of the citation. So when I am click on the wikipedia.org and searching SEO process. So when I will search on Wikipedia this SEO process, at that time, so here you can see every place whatever you see the blue color font, at that time it gives a citation. So when I click on here, when I click here, these all are the links of the citation. You can go through this site, you will got better result. So here I will see the first link, SEO, search engine optimization. So in everything's internet marketing, if you do not know what is internet marketing, then here it's given link of a website. See here, if I enable the page preview, it's display me. If I will click on internet marketing, it will gives the in digital marketing or internet marketing. Here you can see out internet marketing is what is called digital marketing. So it's called a digital marketing is the component of marketing. So when I click on that, it will diverting me to digital marketing. If I click on search engine marketing, SEM, then it will directing me here. You can see out, it will directing me search engine marketing. So these are the things is called a citation in any web pages. It give an reference to another web pages. So this is called citation. Importance of the site would increase if other site have a reference to it. If your website reference is given to another website also, then your importance is increasing every day. Nowadays citation is also implemented through social medias. You will see on Facebook, Twitter, Insta and so many social media. They will take it out you. They will give you. You can see these things. You will see these things when you are sharing the things. So what this is? This is called citation. When you gives the information. Importance can also consider as a way of viewing page in order of their importance. So importance is considered a viewing of pages. When the user is viewing, seeing your website pages, then it's called an order of importance. If you are providing a citation and no one sees your websites, no one sees your web pages, then there is no meaning. Importance is also depends on trust and expert of the sites. We can say that ranking of a page is determined by relevance and importance. So we can say that the ranking of the page are determined by relevance and importance. Importance and relevance are measured by algorithm. In previous lectures we have seen crawling, spider. So the importance and relevance of a page is measured by using algorithm. If I will say my website is on the first ranking and your website is not getting on the first ranking, then it is not possible. It depends on the user, how many number of users see in your website, how many number of user click on your website. So these are the things. It depends on algorithm. If I and we and any other person can say, then it is not possible. These algorithms are called ranking factor or algorithm ranking criteria. So these are the algorithms which can be used for ranking factors or algorithm ranking criteria. So the next point is determining the searcher's intent and delivering the relevant fresh content. Search engines are highly dependent on the information retrieval. Always search engines are dependent to get the result which are writing down the query by the user. So here search engines are highly dependent on the information retrieval. Information retrieval means when you write down any query and search engine get this query. So search engine get the information from the user. I want this type of result. Then it is called information retrieval. So information retrieval is based on relevance and importance. When you get the result, information is how it will display then it's based on importance. For measuring these factors, search engine use a document analysis and link analysis of the site. So search engine will get the result. How? The document analysis means every pages which you have given, and the link analysis of the site. So what is called document analysis and semantic connectivity? A process by which search engine view the content of a page and check various details like title, metadata, heading tag and body of the text etc. is called a document analysis. So each and every time when you put a web pages on the web, at that time search engine will check these for various details: the title of your page, metadata of your page, heading tag, body of the text etc. is called document analysis. Whatever language you are using for developing an application, web application, at that time you are using an HTML. So every tag of HTML will executed by search engine and it will check all the details. See here, I will give you an example of one particular website. Here I am writing down the Google search engine and write down the SPCAM Jaipur. When I click on the SPCAM Jaipur Sardar Patel Kelavani Mandal, it will display the website of spcamjaipur.org. When I right click on the page and click on view page source, so it will display, see the result. What result it will be displayed? See here, meta tag is there, title tag is there. So these are the things. See here, the title tag is there. So whenever the search engine get the information from web page has newly put up, at that time it will get the result. See here, all the web pages link is given also. We will see in next topic. Here the next content of the page. See, I will give you one more example. Here I am click on mission and vision in department. See here, I am writing down the department of computer science, and when I click on the department of computer science and view page source, so at that time it gives me an information of your content also. See, in paragraph tag, these are the information, content etc. has been put up here. So here a process by which search engine view the content of a site and check various details. Various details means title of your web page. So here the title of the web page is Sardar Patel Kelavani Mandal, meta tag, heading tag, body tag etc. These all the things are checked by the search engine and is called a document analysis. The quality of document is measured using a document analysis. How your quality is measured? Based on your document analysis. In document analysis, all the things of your web page is considered without your programming language. Means suppose you are using a different programming language, then this code is not displayed here. Say for example, you are using PHP, ASP or any other programming language, this code will not display here in the view page source. So this code of a view page source is checked by the search engine. Document analysis does not work alone. Along with its semantic connectivity process is used for measuring the quality of document. So document analysis directly not working, but it directly connected with semantic connectivity process, and based on that they will measuring the quality of the document. Semantic connectivity process is a way of pointing out to words or parses which can be commonly associated with each other. So when you are using a semantic connectivity process, if you see in the network, the semantic connectivity is how working. Think on that. If you don't know how the semantic connectivity is working, here we will see an example, or we see the simple images of semantic connectivity. It will give you an idea. See here, we will see the ideas how the semantic connection is working. Here we will see some of the images, so you will directly got the ideas how the semantic process is working. So here each and every part is connected with each other. See here, so these are the things this image is not visible by you, I think. So these things, YouTube matches, EVA and so on, listening, friends, likes, patterns. So these are the diagrams of the semantic connectivities. So semantic connectivities, you will connected with each others and you will got the result. So here the semantic connectivity process is a way of pointing out to a words or parses which can be commonly associated with each other. Search engine build their own set of dictionary related to them. Search engine build their own set of dictionary. We do not want to give him a suggestion, or they will not following any other dictionary. While scanning a database on the web search engine uses a fuzzy set theory and equation for connecting a various term of the pages, and then would start understanding the web page like human documents. A very interesting point here. Scanning the database on the web search engine, the web pages, the first example which I have given, the student table. So here the search engine is also scanning the database of search engine, that means a web page. Scan uses a fuzzy set theory and equation for connecting various terms. The simple example, images of flowers. So various terms associated with the page, then start understanding a like human document, and after that it will generate its dictionary. Semantic connectivity process can be used to measure in following things: keyword targeted parses, information on a certain topic on the page, linking between text on high ranking sites or pages, getting those pages having the relevant links. Along with this, new techniques are also developed which are used to measure the quality of document. So which are the new technologies which develop for measuring the document? One of the advanced technique developed by search engine is called latent semantic indexing. So latent semantic indexing is what? It used with semantic analysis for getting the related pages. So when here in first or second last slide we have seen the semantic analysis. So it use a semantic analysis for getting the related pages. Suppose I am writing down the colleges list, then it will give the result or related pages of the college. The document are analyzed and then related keywords on the pages are found. When they will get all the documents or any documents, after that these are analyzed, and after analyze it will gives a related keywords, finding out the related keywords with your documents, and they will find. Using latent semantic indexing LSI, we would consider document which contains keyword which are semantically close to and those semantically distant. So here the things is that the LSI means latent semantic indexing is considered the documents which contains the keyword which are semantically close and those semantically distant. Simple example, in every college when you see there is a one word is called student. Student is related with college, student is related with study, student is related with books, student is related with materials. So these all are the words which are semantically close. So these are the things. In April 2003, Google acquired the Applied Semantic, a company focused on semantic text processing technology. In April 2003, Google has acquired the Applied Semantics, a company directly focused on text processing technology. It was a steps that enhance the document processing techniques. So these are the steps which enhance the document processing techniques. This technology is being applied in Google AdSense advertising campaigns. So you may have seen so many advertisement on so many websites. Simple example, when you see any videos on YouTube, there may be advertisement. Suppose here I will give you one more example of advertisement. Suppose I am writing down the Amazon and I am click here. When I click on the Amazon.in, then in Amazon.in is a popular website for e-commerce. So Amazon.com or Amazon.in will also providing an advertisement. See here, laptop from top brands. Here a sponsored link, you can see it. So this is one type of advertisement. If you go here, home furnishing, see here there is a sponsored advertise. So these are the things. If you go on to the yahoo.com and you will got the result. When you got the result, so in Yahoo also so many advertisement is available. So you can see, so it's an paid advertisement. So this is called an advertisement. So these features, see here, close ads. See here the advertisement of shoes. If you down the bottom there is an advertisement of laptops, then an advertisement of Dell's laptop. So these are called the advertisement. If you am closing down these close ads, then next advertisement is display here. If I will refreshing out the same pages, then there is advertisement may be changed. See here which advertisement is available. See the advertisement is changing out. Here also the advertisement is changing out, close advertisement. If you moving bottom, then the advertisement is changing out. Here maybe it's before that Dell advertisement is there. Now both XPS advertisement. So this technology is being applied in Google AdSense advertisement campaign The connection between various word parses and keywords are being identified by using such technologies. The connection between various parses, words and keywords are being identified by using such technologies. Because when the connection and words and keywords are identified, based on that it will display. With integration of semantic techniques in search engine algorithm are more focus is given of themes of pages, sites and link of the pages. When the integration of semantic techniques, when you integrate all the pages techniques, search engine algorithm are more focused on the theme of your web page, how your website page is there, link of your web pages. So these all are the things which can be used to display the pages or algorithms when the search engine will focus on a particular page. The next point, measuring the content quality and user engagement. So search engine will also measure your web pages content. If the content of your pages are very good quality, then it will gives you a better result. They are using a different method for doing this. Some of the site and could impact its ranking. Search engine can use a method to access the whole document and scan the content of the document for some errors. When you put a web page on the web, at that time the first things search engine can find the whole document, access it, scan the content of the document for some errors. Which type of errors they will find it out. Here I given one example. It would check the document for grammatically or spelling mistake is there or not. So many times we have grammatical mistake is there. So many times we have writing down the false spelling also. So it will check the spelling or any other mistake is there or not. If there are some mistake, then it would be considered as a negative sign for the site and it could impact its ranking. If these things is happen, then you will got a negative ranking. So before moving to put your web page on the web, you want to see these things. If the quality of your document is very good quality, then the chances of ranking may be increasing. It tells about the interaction of the site with the user and other site based on their ranking. It analyzes how the user responds to a web of the pages of the website. When you have new pages and when any user has seen your web pages, then how user is responding to your web pages. If user are engaged with your web pages, user are seeing your web pages, user are watching, seeing all the content, all the plays, menus, it extracts so many things is respond or not. For example, search engine provide a set of result website to the users. Now if the users stay more on website, then it could be considered as a positive signal for the website. If the user is stay more than 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, so it's create your positive impact for the website. These positive signals can be used by search engine for ranking criteria. If your website result is positive ranking, then it will gives a signal of a ranking criteria on search engine. Second is Google Analytics. So Google Analytics provide a set of tools which can be used for getting detailed activity that are going on the website. So when the detailed activities of the website, it provides a data of the following points. So what is called detailed activities of your website? So here there is 3 points which can be considered. First is bonus rate. It indicating the number of users visiting only one page of the website. In your website, more than 5, 3, 7, 8 pages. If user is only seeing your only one pages of the website, then it will be considered as bonus rate. Time on site, indicating the average time spent on the site. It would tell the time between loading first page and last page of the site. The Google Analytics is work on these things. When your web page is loading from starting to closing your website, or the last pages of the website, how many time you spent, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So it's taking an average time spent by the user. Some people have seen only your web pages, some people have expand your his or her time. So it will calculate the average. Page view per visitors, how many number of users have view of pages per visitors. So here indicating the number of site pages visited by the user, how many number of user has visited your page website. Google toolbar, using a Google toolbar, Google can track the entire behavior of users when they are surfing the web. It can be measured the time a user spent on the web, starting from the page loading of the site to a page loading of another site, from first site to second site to third site. It will consider. It also provides the bonus rate and page view per visitors measurement. Google plus button. So these are the features which can be provided on the Google search engine. This features is like an identifier which tells that the pages was visited successfully for a given queries. It was initially implemented by Google in 2011. It is available on search result or pages. When you visit a website, at that time it gives you an indication you have visited this website. So here we will see one example. Suppose I am writing down Jaydeep Ram. Suppose I am writing down the popular website name. Maybe it's called SP Game Jodhpur, and click on that. So it will indicate me here. See, you can suppose I am opening this website. I am opening this and this. Same website is there, but here you can see the difference in colors. So here blue colors is there, here some another colors. So it indicating you Google plus button that your website has been visited. Chrome block list extension. These features give a way of blocking search which user don't want to see. It was introduced in February 2011. In Chrome browser it's give you a block list also. So here I will open the Chrome browser and see the block list. Where is the block list? You can block your particular website. If you don't need, you can block it. Suppose I am go into the settings and writing down the block list. Or you can directly check it out from where the Google is blocking down. So here I am writing down, and here see the things Chrome block list. Sorry. So here it gives you details how to block a website on the block. So directly you can move to the website, particular website, and block the website. If you don't need this or you don't like to see the website, then you can block your website of particular things. So these are the things which provided in the Google's features. This features is introduced in February 2011. Google Instant Preview. The Google Instant Preview facility is a new added facility in Google's result. It would allow user to view a thumbnail of view of the site in the search result. User would be given time to decide whether or not to click the site. Seeing the preview, user can decide to click the site or not. Then also, if the user does not click the site, then it would generate a negative impact on the site ranking. So when user are using a particular website and then it's provide an preview. See here, I will writing down the Google preview. So in Google previews, it will gives Google Instant Preview. So when you click on the Google Instant Preview, it gives you an information about Instant Preview. So when here you can see, you can click on particular things, whatever you like. See here, more from Google. You can see all the categories which are available. Product, not a product. Here you will see all the things is providing here. So these are the preview. If you are not click on that, then it will negative impact on your site. If you are providing this type of preview on your website, this is the Google preview. Google Reader. These features provide data on the site which can be engaged and make the user to read the data on the site. So here we can see the Google Reader facility is available. Google Books is there. Where is Google Books? I am not here. See Google Books. So it's give you a facility to read the books. If you writing down the books of Karl Marx, so it gives you books of Karl Marx available on the market. So see here, there is a books, all the books of the Karl Marx, not only one. You can read here the books of Karl Marx. If you do not want to purchase the books, you can go on a particular page, you can read it, all the pages. So these are the features which are provided by the Google Reader. Go.cl, it is a certain URL features which can use these features to shorten the long URL available on the web. As certain URL are easy to remember and can provide a more click than the larger URL. If the URL is larger, then it's not possible to write down, so it's providing you a certain URL. Google started these features in 2010. It is important for the site to know whether they are able to engage the visitors on the site or not. If more users are spending more time on the site, then it indicates that site content is good and it can be great assistant in page ranking. If the content of the site is good quality, if the user are staying in your website, then it says that the content of your website is in very good quality. The point mentioned above are just assumptions related to site measurement. Which factors are more involved in site measurement is less not known. All the points which are as mentioned above are assumption of your site measurement. It's not all the working, but all are performing in well details, in well organized, then you will got the higher ranking. So here these points we have seen the interaction of search result and all the measuring quality of a user engagement, how user is engaged with your website. These are the things which you want to provide in your website so that user can engage with your web pages.